Oh my god!
Julia and Kate. Hey, Julia, I had something to ask you. Sure, go ahead. I hope you don't mind me asking this, but was it you who was cooking in the kitchen earlier today? Yep. Oh, I hope that doesn't bother you. Am I too loud? I'll try to be quieter. Don't worry. No, that's not the issue at all. Oh, okay. Then. Well, actually, I'm just not used to anyone cooking. Like, my last roommate and I just used to order takeout. The most we would ever cook was probably make toast and eggs. We never had the time, so it was our only option. I'm just not used to the smell of cooking in the morning, I guess. Oh, yeah, don't worry. You'll get used to it. I used to order a lot of takeout too, until I realized how expensive it was and how unhealthy I was becoming, so I switched to cooking for myself. But isn't buying all the spices and stuff more expensive than takeout? Not really. I mean, sure, buying it all at once would be expensive, but it's really useful in the long run. I'm sort of proud of my spice rack. Took me ages to label them all. Oh, that's nice. Well, okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Takeout really is unhealthy, but I still think it'll take me some time to get used to the smell of cooking in the morning. My last roommate and I were both used to waking up late, but maybe that'll have to change now. It's a welcome change though, so it's okay. Right. You know what? I just realized that you've been my roommate for 3 whole days now, and I haven't even offered to whip you up a meal. That's just so rude of me. I'll make you my favorite beef curry tonight for dinner, if that's okay with you. Oh, you really don't have to bother. I don't want to be a burden on you. And besides, I'm sure cooking for yourself is a chore in itself, so I don't think you would want to add on to it. It's fine. Thanks for offering, though. Are you sure? I've been told that it's magical. I'm just joking, but no, I genuinely do love cooking for people, so it's not a problem. And I'm leaving work early today anyway, so I'll have a lot of free time to cook something really good and yummy. Okay. Are you sure about it, though? I mean, I really don't want you to throw aside your own plans or whatever, just to cook for me. I'm used to cooking for myself and eating by myself. To be honest, that's what my last roomie and I used to do anyway, so it won't be too much of an issue, very honestly. It's okay. It's not an issue, trust me. I didn't have plans for today evening anyway, and to be honest, I think eating together is a really good way to get to know each other. Well, okay then. I'm really looking forward to dinner now. Same. Catch you later then, Kate. Julia and Lexi. Hey, Julia, do you want to grab some dinner and drinks with us today? We're going out. I would love to, but I already promised my new roommate that we'd hang out tonight, so today's not possible. I can see about next week, though. Oh, damn. I totally forgot you have a roommate now. What was her name again? Kathy? No, Kate. Yeah, it's just been 3 days, but I'm trying to get to know her better. Well, how has it been so far? I know you've never had a roommate before, so this has got to be an interesting change of scenario. Yeah, it's okay so far. She's quiet and mostly keeps to herself, which is fine by me because I prefer that as well. We've mostly just talked about our jobs and our timing so far, so that's certainly something. I think the most I've ever talked to her is today. I guess we'll break the ice more over dinner tonight. Oh, really? What did she say? Well, it was kinda weird. I think she was a little put off by the fact that I cook all my meals. She said she's not used to that since her last roommate and her used to either order takeout or stick with the usual toast and eggs. Wow, that's strange to say the least. Wouldn't that be really unhealthy for her in the long run? Yeah, I said as much, but you know, she already told me before she moved in that she's a picky eater, so groceries and stuff aren't going to be shared, and I'm okay with it. To each their own, I guess. But I offered to cook her beef curry today. And did she say yes? Because one of my aunts was a self-proclaimed picky eater, and she legitimately used to bring packed lunches for herself at every family gathering, just so that she wouldn't have to eat whatever had been cooked. She was nice, but it drove my dad nuts. I can imagine. She said yes, though. I mean, she seemed a bit reluctant at first, because I guess she's not used to having anyone cook for her, but she agreed to it eventually. Damn, she's getting a treat for herself. Let's not talk about your beef curry right now. Gosh, I'm already drooling. That's flattering. I'll save you some from tonight. Don't worry. You had better. God, I'm feeling so hungry already. I'm gonna go order some food for myself. This is all your fault. My diet is ruined. Hey, don't blame me. Blame the beef curry. Anyway, I've got to go. I'm gonna go start prepping for dinner. I'll see you tomorrow then. We can grab lunch together. Yeah, sure. See you. Don't forget to save me some. I gotcha. Don't worry about it. Bye. The next day. Hey, we're still on for lunch today, right? Yep. I'll meet you around 1. Okay, great. I have this amazing new pizza place that I wanted to try out. It's near your workplace, so you stay there. I'll be there by the time it's 1, hopefully. Okay, sure. Oh, and I also got you your beef curry. Hell yeah. God, my stomach is always rumbling at the mention of food. At this rate, not even God can help me lose weight. LMAO. But anyways, speaking of food, how was dinner last night? Did Miss Picky Eater like your curry? Honestly, I don't know. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, I have no idea if she loved it or hated it or what. She had a total poker face while eating, and when I asked her if she liked it, she said it was good. So she liked it then. I don't know. She didn't seem too enthusiastic about it. What does that mean? Like, I don't understand. Neither do I, very honestly. Dinner with her was really weird, because she didn't talk about anything except how much she dislikes spices in her food, so obviously, I just assumed that she didn't like the curry, which is okay. I asked her if she liked the curry or not, and she said that this was good, but in general, she prefers food that's more on the blander side. Huh? Okay, I'm lost. What does that even mean? Did she like the food or not? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't get it either. Throughout dinner, she just kept rambling about how much of a picky eater she was and has always been, and how she hated experimenting with food. But every time I would ask her if she liked the curry I'd made, she would just say that it's good, and then continue complaining. It was just supremely weird. I don't even know what to make of it. Wow, I can't even imagine what an awful dinner that must have been. Did she turn up her nose or make a face at the curry or something? Nope, nothing of the sort. I mean, she just had zero reaction. Nothing. Nada. I don't know what to make of it. Or her, to be very honest. I'm pretty sure that she hated it, but just couldn't tell me. It's okay though. Like I said, to each their own. It's just that the way she chose to deal with that situation was really strange. I would have much rather had her tell me straight that she didn't like the curry and get it over with instead of making the whole dinner awkward as hell. Well, at least now you know that your beef curry is wasted on her. Anyway, I guess she's just a weird woman. Who cares? Just be roomies. Don't be friends with her. Anyway, I'll see you in a while, and we can discuss this over some good pizza. Okay, see you soon. Julia and Kate. Hey, Kate, this is a weird question to ask, but do you know what happened to my spice rack? What? Yeah, I mean, all the spices are missing. I can't seem to find them. Oh, that sucks. I think there must have been a break-in. We should probably report to the building authorities. I highly doubt that any thief would just take my spices and leave everything untouched. Hey, I mean, thieves nowadays take the weirdest crap, so I wouldn't be too surprised, you know. Anyway, we shouldn't worry too much about this. Kate, I hate to ask you this, but did you do something? What? Did you do something? Like, did you hide them away or something? Because if you did, that would be really messed up. God, no! I'm telling you, someone must have broken in and taken it all. Why on earth would I hide it all away? Come on, Kate. Even you know how that sounds. If you've, hidden them somewhere, then please tell me, because I want to make dinner and it's getting late. This is getting weird. You're the one being weird right now, Julia. Why on earth would I take the effort to come back home after you've left for work just to hide your spices? The way you're saying it makes it sound like you did do that. Don't be ridiculous, Julia. We're two grown women. We're not in kindergarten anymore. Why would I be playing such silly games with you? That's just insane. And the fact that you were even considering that I would do something like this is even more insane. I understand that you were weirdly attached to your spices or whatever, but I didn't hide them, alright? You're being weird right now. Okay, look, I understand that there's some issues you have with the way I cook and stuff, but you seriously can't expect me to actually believe that some thief broke into my apartment, stole nothing apart from my spices, and then left. Like, do you even realize how ridiculous that theory sounds? I know you have something to do with it, and I need you to tell me where you've hidden my spices. Please just tell me because I really need to start cooking. I'm hungry, and I'm not in the mood for this anymore. Can you stop being so unreasonable? Just order something and eat. Why is this even a discussion? I don't want to eat out. I want to cook right now. So please just tell me where you've hidden my spices. And let's not waste more time by pretending that the thief theory you have is even plausible in the least. This is getting really annoying right now. Tell me right now. You know what, Julia? Why don't you look for your precious spices in the garbage? Because that's where they truly belong. Wait, what? What the heck? I can't stand your awful cooking, alright? I hated your stupid beef curry, and I hate the smell of your cooking in the morning every goddamn day. God, I'm so sick of it. It's barely even been a week, and I can already tell it's only going to get worse. So you threw away hundreds of dollars worth of spices? What the actual hell is the matter with you, man? I had to, otherwise you would continue to force me to wake up to the horrible smell from the kitchen every damn morning. I have no idea how you even deal with that stench. You think the smell of spices is a stench? Good for you. It just tells me that you have absolutely no business living with me, but you have no right to throw away my spices. What the hell is the matter with you? And on top of that, as if the depravity of that wasn't enough, you had to go ahead and make some bullcrap story about spice-stealing thieves. Like, really? Are you totally crazy, Kate? You're the one who's crazy. Who the hell wakes up every day and starts cooking? And for the love of God, why does it always have to be some spiced-up crap? Why can't it be some simple eggs and toast? I'm not answerable to you, Kate. Do you understand that? I don't have to tell you anything about my eating habits. You don't like what I cook? Fine by me. But that doesn't mean you throw out stuff that legitimately cost me a great deal of money to accumulate. You had absolutely no right, and I'll make sure that you cough up all the money that you owe me, because this is just unacceptable behavior, and please find another place to live by the end of this week. You cannot continue living here anymore. Seriously? You're asking me to leave over spices? Man, I don't know how you'll ever get anyone to live with you, given that you're a horrible cook with bad taste in food, and on top of that, like to wake everyone up with the stench of your awful food stewing in the kitchen. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying. Be grateful that you even found a roommate in the first place. Well, you'll have to move out whether you like it or not. You haven't even signed a lease yet, so let's not pretend you have any right to be living here with me, and I definitely don't want a crazy roommate like you, that's for sure. Not having a roommate at all would be a far better alternative, and as for my spices, you'll definitely be paying me back for them. Yeah, as if. Sweetheart, you owe me a thanks for getting rid of all that awful smelling crap for you. Now, nobody is going to be bothered by your nasty cooking. Oh, go to hell. I have no idea what the matter with you is, but you're definitely paying me back and getting the hell out of my apartment. Goodbye, Kate. See you never. Finally, I ended up calling my neighbor to ask for help and get my locks changed immediately because there was no way I was going to let that psycho back into my house, at least not that day. I ended up crying for quite a bit because Kate had not only thrown away all my spices and the containers, but had also emptied it all out, so it was all premeditated and not a spur-of-the-moment decision. It made me feel so bad that someone could be so spiteful and vindictive just because they didn't like my cooking. I called my best friend Daria over, and she consoled me as I told her about the text exchange. We ended up having a sleepover with ice cream and our favorite movie. Thankfully, Kate only came back the next morning, which was because she'd spent the night at her boyfriend's place. I let her in and told her to pack up and get lost. That very day, she began to yell at me, and when I told her to cut it out, she lost it and was almost about to hit me before I told her that she was going to have to pay up, and now if she even laid a finger on me, then my friend will be calling the cops on her. She simmered down then and told me to go to hell before she left. Within a few days, she had moved out completely and gone from my life. Thankfully, I sent her the costs afterwards, and she paid me online, but not without a long message about how much of a psycho I was. But this whole situation had made me realize that I was actually really passionate about cooking, which is why it hurt so much when she insulted cooking. I decided to quit my corporate job and look for cooking jobs instead. It would pay less, sure, but that's what really made me happy, and that's what I wanted to do. I had enough saved up, and when I told my parents, they seemed okay with the idea as well. Even my friends seemed to be really excited about the idea since I'd always been their go-to when it came to cooking advice. I moved into a smaller but much more affordable apartment, and soon after, I landed a job at a restaurant which belongs to a high school acquaintance of mine. It's been a while. I'm still adjusting to the high-pressure environment and the struggle that comes with it, and I'm really happy here. I'm cooking to my heart's content, and most days, I manage to get a few compliments about the food, which brings me more joy than anything else ever did. My house is full of spices and cooking equipment now, and the delicious smells would probably make Kate faint.